So I've had my PlayStation for around 15-16 months now, and I was looking through my physical collection recently, and I was thinking, do I have enough games here to make a lackluster YouTube video? Yes, I do. Now I am a collector, trophies, PlayStation, digital assets, but also physical. I don't really care. I'm not going to show off my digital PlayStation collection. I don't care about it, so I can't imagine you caring about it. I like me some physical collection, okay? Something about physical, having it actually in your hands and knowing it's yours. I mean, sadly, that's the reason why 4 women have restraining orders against me, but that is besides the point. So I've got 11 games. I'm not going to stay on them for too long because if you watch my content, if you're new, welcome. Please check out my other videos. If you have watched me before, I've spoke about a lot of these games so many times that I just don't want to be repeating myself too much. So the first one I got, which is the first PS5 game I owned, which of course was Spider-Man Miles Morales. What a game, not a full-on sequel to Spider-Man, but still a really great game. Really, it improves a little bit on the Spider-Man game from 2018, enough for it to feel somewhat different. Spider-Man, the main character, Miles Morales, plays differently. He moves differently and he has different moves and new moves which are really cool. Like his Venom abilities are just something else. Really fantastic stuff. So next is Watch Dogs Legion. I've done a full review on this and I often talk about it in the podcast, and I've spoke about it many a time and I don't like it. It is just an Ubisoft game through and through. Open, boring world. Some people come to the defense of this game. You do you, bro, but just know you're in the minority. This game is utter shite. Next we have Guardians of the Galaxy, which is such a great game. It is a third-person linear story where you play as Star-Lord and you get a Guardians of the Galaxy adventure on the gaming screen, and it's just very much like the films. They've really captured the magic of Guardians of the Galaxy. But not only that, I said in my review, it's like Uncharted in space. It very much is like that. It's very much like a Naughty Dog Uncharted kind of game. There's just some quips in there, there's a good story, and there's some hard-hitting moments, but overall it's just a great story and a really good game, and you'll have a lot of fun playing it, I have to say. And the Platinum Trophy is easy, of course, which is always a bonus. So next we have Hades, which was my game of the year last year, 2021. I think it came out last year. I know it came out on the PS5 and 4 last year anyway. Isometric, over-the-top rogue game is just fantastic. You play as Zagreus and you escape hell, essentially, and it's just... The artwork is phenomenal, the gameplay is phenomenal. It was made by a pretty small team in Supergiant Games, and they just blew it out the park. Honestly, it's just such a fantastic game. I can't recommend it enough. Okay, next is a new one that is sealed. A lot of these are the 4 I've actually played. So the rest of the games, there's one more I've started, but they're the only 4 I've actually finished of the 11 that I have, because I am just a hoarder of games. I have a real problem where I just keep buying more and more games. My backlog will never be finished because I've got like 40 unplayed games, each of them, a minimum 30 hours, and there's just not enough time in the year to get through that many games. And I know I will definitely, without doubt, be buying another 10 before I get onto my actual backlog, which is past these PlayStation 5 games. Because my PlayStation 4 backlog is just... It's just growing. It is just ridiculous. Someone needs to have a word with the guy purchasing these games because he's out of control. But anyway... But they make me happy, they make me happy. I like buying games, so, which is it? I can't tell. Is Sifu. Anyway, I got off topic there, but we're back in. So this game came out a couple of months ago, and I really wanted it physical. I knew I was going to play it, and it looks really good. I mean, it just looks like Daredevil, the game. If you've watched the Netflix TV series Daredevil, and you know the corridor scenes, when I saw it, I was like, that's just Daredevil corridor scene game mode unlocked. That is just the embodiment of those scenes, and I was like, I want to be a Kung Fu master, and I want to kick some ass and use all this cool stuff, and the mechanics are cool, like, it's based on your age, and every time you die, you get older and stuff like that. It's a really interesting idea, and it looks like just a fantastic beat-em-up, with quite complex gameplay, and I'm all for that stuff. So next we have the big one, which I'm going to be playing very soon. I may have even started playing it by the time this video comes out, which is Elden Ring. Yes, From Software is first open world game, and by all accounts it's one of the best open world games ever made. I am very much looking forward to getting stuck into this one. Apparently the easiest of the From Software games, which is good to know for me because I ain't very good at games. Next we've got Scarlet Nexus. So like kind of over the past year, if you've watched my content, you'll know I'm kind of getting more and more into anime. PlatinumBro 2 years ago when I first started, didn't watch any anime. I think I watched One Punch Man and that was literally it. I've now gone on, I've been starting Demon Slayer. I've watched My Hero Academia all the way through twice. I've watched Castlevania. Not all these are traditional animes, but I've been watching a lot more, and Scarlet Nexus just spoke to me. It very much looked like My Hero Academia the game in some way, shape or form, and I watched my brother play it in the other room, and he was just like, I was like, damn, this game looks amazing. He was like, yeah, I know, Lewis, you're going to love it because it's just up your alley. I was like, and that same day I went and bought it. Don't know when I'm exactly going to play it, but I'm looking forward to it. Okay, next is a game I have started, which is Ghostrunner, and I'm going to have a video out about this in more detail, but it's really fun. It's fast paced, it's set in a cyberpunk world. You play as a Ghostrunner who's this robot with a sword, need I say more, and it's just kind of like clearing areas, but when you get hit once you die and have to restart, and it's very, very, very fast. And it's meant to be, it's a 6 out of 10, and it's hard to grasp, but after 2 hours I felt like I could play the game quite easily, to be fair. I don't think it's actually, I mean, yet to decide. I don't want to speak too preemptively because I haven't earned the Platinum Trophy in this one yet. But it's a fun game, fast-paced and enjoyable. So next we have one of the games that came out at launch of the PS5, which is the Pathless. A nice, easy, open-world sort of game. I don't know too much about it, but he plays like an archer and you kind of just run around this world and there's like a demon in the middle. That's literally my knowledge of Pathless, unfortunately. But it's meant to be a pretty good game, and that's all I can say because yeah. Okay, next we have Riftbreaker, which most people haven't really heard of, which is like it's an RTS kind of over-the-top tower defense game, and you control this mech and you run around, you play in real time, but also at the same time you have a base you have to defend and build up, and the premise is just really cool. It's made by quite a small indie developer. I saw some YouTubers review it on the PC, and as soon as it came out on the PlayStation, I was like, yeah, I really want to play it. It looks really interesting and just different, and I was like, yeah, give me that game. And it also, because it's quite rare, I was like, I want to pick it up now when it's reasonably priced, because in 5 years or 3 years it'll probably just skyrocket in price as well, and I ain't got time for that. Okay, our final game is Mortal Shell. So I bought this game so early. It's been free on PS Plus and stuff like the sort, and I really was gonna play it. It was on my list of games to play last year, but unfortunately I kind of saw some more footage of it and I was kind of like, oh, meh. It looks okay. I was like, it looks okay, but the thing is, there's so many From Software games out there and From Software style games, and I was just like, it wasn't gripping me at all. I kind of felt it. I was like, am I really going to enjoy it? I'm not too sure. I will probably go for it eventually, but I'm going to be playing Elden Ring this year. I want to play Sekiro or Demon's Souls next year, so it might be quite a wait. I'm just not too sure about it. But yeah, if you have played the game and you want to give me a pitch on how amazing it is, please let me know down below. And there you have it, guys. There are my 11 PlayStation 5 games that I physically own at the moment. Is it going to grow in the next couple of months? Hopefully not. Okay, I've kind of thought I'm not going to buy any more over June and July. That's kind of what I'm thinking. I've bought enough. I need to stop splurging on these games, which I have no intention of playing for like 6 months to a year, because it's just getting ridiculous at this point. But let me know down below if you have any of these games, if you think some of the ones I've been a bit iffy with you would recommend me to play, if you have any recommendations for me to pick up in the future after July, let me know down below. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and don't forget to join the Discord if you want to have a conversation with myself, and if you want to support PlatinumBro, check out the Patreon. Take it easy.